Escape from New York. Written and directed by John Carpenter. Starring Kurt Russell, Lee Van Cleef, Ernest Borgnine, Donald Pleasance, and Harry Dean Stanton.
Fuck yeah.
In 1997, when the U.S. president crashes into Manhattan, now a giant maximum security prison. How funny is it that 1997 was the future?
I know. It's not even like that far away.
In the faraway land of 1997, a convicted bank robber is sent to rescue him. This, of course, is a movie about Snake Plissken. A little anecdote for the listeners at home. I think you were there, actually. There were a bunch of us hanging out in my basement, and we played Battle of the Sexes.
Oh,
remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Battle of the Sexes, and that's like a board game. It's like a trivia board game, and it's kind of sexist, but whatever. The men ask women questions about male things, and the women ask the males questions about women things. So it's like there's a stack of cards about like tampons and reality shows and stuff I know a lot about, and the other one has like sports and tools and whatever. And so one of the questions in that game was, name Kurt Russell's character in Escape from New York. And I think that was the moment I realized Escape from New York is the most male movie I think ever made.
That's absolutely true.
There is nothing feminine about it whatsoever.
Literally, yeah. Well, that's the thing is that, yeah, I don't think, because I was going to say maybe like a Schwarzenegger film, but
yeah,
there are technically like some feminine qualities to, I guess, some of the romance scenes.
Well, a lot of them are also self-aware.
Yeah.
Like The Predator, for example, is certainly for males and made by males, but it does sort of poke at the archetypes of the male action hero.
Yeah. That one's close, though. If I'm to get manliest films, that's up there.
Yeah.
But again, because it's a little more aware of that and sort of satirizing it.
Right.
Whereas this just fucking goes for it, man.
So, like, I'm thinking to myself, man, Snake Plissken. Yeah. There's no shot any woman in America knows who the fuck Snake Plissken is.
But I know who he is.
I love that name so much. He is one of my favorite movie characters of all time. And I got to tell you, gun to my head, I think this is my favorite Carpenter.
Okay.
I think gun to my head. Maybe Halloween is up there, but...
Not The Thing?
No, I think I like this more than The Thing.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think I do.
I have to disagree with you there.
Okay.
Because this movie ain't perfect. It's very good. It's not,
certainly not perfect.
No. Whereas like The Thing, there's like nothing wrong with The Thing in my opinion.
Okay.
But yeah, for me it goes The Thing, Halloween, and then this. This is my third favorite.
Okay.
But like again, I love all three of those films, and this is just a treat.
Yes.
This film is so fucking good. And like I said, because it really doesn't care about its silliness and just commits to it and is not afraid to be fun, but also kind of insane. I'm just all in.
Yeah.
It really treats those details with a lot of respect, and it draws them quite nicely and makes New York just it's funny because I didn't with the budget that they had, you wouldn't have expected them to make this world feel so real and lived in, but they do it like exceptionally well.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
The production design.
Yeah, I know. Underrated in my opinion. But again, that stems from the fact that this is an independent film.
Yeah.
Isn't that so weird? This is an independent film.
I think it cost like $25 million. So independent by today's standards. I think then it was still like a pretty big investment. But yeah, had an independent sensibility for sure.
Yeah. No, I think this is an independent film because Carpenter's first studio film was The Thing.
Yeah.
That's his first one.
Okay. Yeah, what I love about it is that it's a silly action movie for sure, but it's not a silly action movie that puts too much emphasis on the star.
No.
A lot of 80s movies did that. Obviously, all the Arnold movies, all the Rambos did that. Die Hard, even to a certain extent, although like a lot of people could have played John McClane. I would definitely put like the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies in this category.
Yeah.
They put a lot of emphasis on the lead and his charisma, and everything else around him was just incidental. Mm-hmm. This movie feels lived in, and it feels like a real world that you want to explore. Yeah. Like I want to hang out in this Manhattan. Like obviously I don't want to stay there for too long, but I definitely want to like take a tour of the place.
I was gonna say I'd like to explore it. I'm not sure I want to hang out there, but it'd be interesting to view from afar.
Sure.
And it's so interesting you say that because generally movies of what became the action hero archetype is that impervious, impenetrable superhero action guy. And I mean, much like a few other characters actually that we'll talk about very, very soon, is that this hero, again, not the focus, and also very vulnerable.
Yes.
And will get the shit kicked out of him.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things I love so much about this film is that overlooming sense of dread, because I'm like, Snake could die.
Yeah.
And there's a literal ticking clock element where it's like, yeah, if you,
I love that shit.
oh my God. Tell him what? We've injected you with little microscopic pills that will burst and then blow out your aorta. What the fuck was it? It's
your arteries.
Your arteries. Yeah.
What a convoluted plot device. Why do you need that? Like, isn't the pardon enough? Isn't a presidential pardon and a life of freedom enough for you?
No.
You got to also inject him with explosives.
In case he does anything. In case he does anything. But this is the thing, is like, that is so ridiculous. It's like silly for like James Bond. But again, they don't treat it as silly. Like they really take it seriously. No, they don't. There's
in the way that John Carpenter takes it seriously.
Yeah.
Right?
But
there's still there's a natural campiness to the Carpenter model.
Yeah, but again, it's still kind of tonally consistent with like, no, we're I know it's silly, but let's treat it as seriously as the characters are treating it anyway.
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fair.